Hey everyone, welcome back to WizardingAlice. My name is Alice. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe below, and I've also put my social media links below as well. I'm trying something new with my intro, trying to push all that at the beginning. I got a haircut, guys, if you haven't seen. Love the haircut, don't love the fringe at all. This is probably the worst haircut I've ever had. So in all my videos for the next couple of months, my fringe will be pinned back until it's kind of grown out. So if you're wondering, it might look a bit weird with the headphones. I just wanted to kind of get that out there if you're wondering what's going on here. Anyway, very exciting. We are watching Deathly Hallows Part 1. I can't believe we're almost done. We've only got one film left of this main series before we move on to Fantastic Beasts. So yeah, really excited to watch this. Apart from Half-Blood Prince, this is probably the film I've seen the least, and I do sort of have it in my head that it's maybe slightly less interesting than some of the others in the series. And I know a lot of people kind of talk about that. It's really just like camping in one place, camping in another. So I'm interested to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a while to see if it changes my mind. So let's just get right into the film. Got a snack with me today. Just some lightly salted tortilla chips. You really can't go wrong. I literally just eat them plain. They're amazing. We've got Rufus Scrimgeour now rather than Cornelius Fudge.
But I say this,
I like that obviously they had to replace the Minister for Magic now that Voldemort's back. Makes sense, right? People would vote for a change. But it's a shame we never see Fudge again, like at any point in the story. It'd be cool if he came back at the end or something.
Your ministry
Gonna
remain
enjoy a crisp.
strong.
There's gonna be crunching this whole video. So what happened at the end of the last one? Dumbledore died. Things ain't looking good. Voldemort is fully back. Yes, okay. Oh, this is so sad.
Coming, Mom.
Hermione having to actually yeet her parents. Even seeing the Dursleys go is sad in a weird way. Just shows that it's really impacting everybody, you know? Apart from Ron. That's really, really sad. It's a very strong thing to do. It's never really mentioned, but I wonder if there's a way for them to get their memories back. Like, once this whole thing's over, will they remember her again? This is such a strong start to this film, I think. It just hits you in the gut right away and basically says, like, this is the pace and this is the tone we're going for the last two films. Like, you thought we were playing games? Nah. Malfoy Manor, I haven't been here in real life. They've added more turrets to it. Is it Arley Hall? I don't know, I went to a few places like this all around the same time, but it's very pretty. This isn't the inside of it though. For the most part, I think they used sets, if I remember correctly. But it was definitely inspired by the decor in the house, you could tell. Lucius is looking not great. It is so cool. Obviously, you compare him to Chamber of Secrets when his hair is so well groomed to now, where he just looks like a shell of himself, basically.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you heard that.
I think they're regretting their life decisions. This must be so hard for Snape, but I suppose he's chosen that some innocent people are going to have to die for the greater cause. But to have her look at him, be like, please help. Oh. Obviously, Draco said that's his teacher.
No.
Oh, so depressing, right? There's flashbacks like, here's what you missed on Glee.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Oh, I forgot that he goes and visits his little cupboard. I don't think it's ever explained in the films why he's not in the cupboard anymore, is it? But obviously it is in the books. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough today and these are dry as hell. Oh, look at him. And then he sees, right, the little knights. Yeah. Well, they're not really knights, but you know. Oh. This film really has the tone of like, this is the beginning of the end. Get ready to cry.
The real one.
I love this whole scene. It's so funny.
No, absolutely not.
This scene is so funny. Having a good old laugh to myself. That Hermione in particular is so funny. And at the end when they go, wow, you're identical. It'll happen in a minute.
Wow, we're identical.
Not yet, you're not.
What is this called in the books? It's like the Battle of the Seven Potters or something like that, isn't it? It's got like a really good name. Damn, I don't remember there being that many Death Eaters in this fight. Oh damn, I'm surprised any of them escaped. I know they say that Muggles can't see anything, but I mean, come on. This is flouting the rules. Oh no, this bit's so sad.
No!
And she's just gone like that. It might be supposed to represent like that's the end of Harry's childhood, like the innocence is completely gone now that Hedwig's gone, you know? Maybe. Am I reading too much into things? I don't know. That's crazy that he's unconscious but the wands reached for each other anyway. I also can't believe Voldemort came to this fight. That was high stakes. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Could have been an album cover, that. He never really gets to mourn Hedwig, which is a bit sad. You know, it's never really, like, discussed. That would have been nice. I don't know what it is, but I love when the three of them hug. It just makes me really happy.
Nobody else is going to die. Not for me.
Alright,
For you.
don't be a martyr.
You think Mad Eye
honestly.
died for you?
If Voldemort figured out they were after the Horcruxes, he should just go and get one. A small one. Not like Nagini. And keep it on him. But they can't get it.
Oh, we're gonna try and find it here.
Work smarter, not harder.
Nah.
No. That's funny, but no.
Stairs.
I can't. No. Awkward.
Not yours.
This is stressing me out that I'm setting up day off wedding. Ugh. That's at least a night before activity.
To Ronald Bilious Weasley.
I love that he's called Ronald
I
Bilious.
leave my delumin.
What a cute wee wedding.
I found what you wrote in the
I've just
Death
noticed that he's
Really
wearing
moving.
like 7 shirts,
obviously
each with
knew
a
Dumbledore
different
well.
colour.
Well, I certainly knew him the
That's
longest.
great. That was a close one. Always stresses me out.
Danger by going back.
Oh, come on.
I love
Coffee?
this woman, the waitress.
A cappuccino, please.
It's like
You?
my dream role in a film. I was gonna say, I wonder how they. This is so good. I wonder how they found him, but I suppose he does still have the trace on him, huh? So I'm pretty sure in the book he celebrates his birthday at Burrow before the wedding. So that's kind of like a moot point plot-wise.
Do you still have the trace on you?
Can't be. Trace breaks at 17 is wizarding law.
Oh, never mind then. Just explained it there. So they had to leave Grimmauld Place because, as like the headquarters of the Order, I guess, because Snape
Oh, Madame
was
Revelio.
also a secret keeper, so he knew it was there, so he would tell the Death Eaters it was there, I guess. So probably not very smart for them to come here. We all know who's in there. It's PJ.
You've been spying on us, have you?
Everyone's favourite little racist. One thing I am finding,
You ever seen this
excuse
before?
me, watching this film, and part of it will be because now we're, 7 films deep. I've obviously given a lot of comments throughout the series of things that cover the whole series, but I am finding with this film I've just generally got less to say about the plot, about what's happening. It does have a much slower pace than any of the other films. It's a lot of, in a way, sort of recapping certain things, which I think is necessary to sort of make sure everyone's ready to go into the final film. But I like I said in Goblet of Fire, I don't think this film needed to be 2 films. I think it could have been a very good, longer 1 film. And if you were gonna split a film, it should have been Goblet of Fire as a halfway point. Personally, that's what I think.
Minister for Magic,
She's back.
I promise to restore this temple of
Always
tolerance
nice to see an old foe
to its
back
former
again.
glory.
There's one thing I really like about these films that I think are quite often a flaw in other film series. It's like a character exists in a film and then you never see them again. In Harry Potter, typically a character, unless they die, will reappear again. There will be some kind of through plot for them. Dobby! It's sad because I know how this film is going to end, but it sure is nice to see that annoying little thing again.
So good to see you again.
Wicked trainers. I've never called that before. Wicked trainers. These actors, these 3 actors here, do a brilliant job at acting like the 3 characters being them. Like they do an amazing job. Set it in Order of the Phoenix. I will say it again. I love the design of the Ministry for Magic. I love those green ombre tiles that they use for freaking everything in different colors. If you pay attention, they're used everywhere. I love the statue change from the celebration of all the magical creatures to the Magic is Might statue crushing the muggles. It's so scary but so Soviet and so amazing.
Yes.
That was easy.
Ah, Mafalda. Travis sent you, did he? Good.
I love her
We'll go
little
straight
like
down.
collar pink fox thing.
Aren't you getting out?
This whole bit is just so funny. Love the way he walks and all. It literally is like a Soviet metaphor. They've even got like the same fonts and everything. That is a banging office. I would do anything to have an office like that. It's amazing. Those big windows. Oh, forget about it.
Morning.
Ron, it's me.
You're lying. Wands only choose witches, and you are
Oh, she's so repulsive, isn't she? I hate her so much.
You're lying, Dolores.
Get her, Mary.
One mustn't tell lies.
Yes. Get her. Love their plan is just to walk through the middle of the ministry and they're like the most wanted people.
Mary, do as I say.
More chemistry than Harry and Ginny, I'll tell you that much. Run, run! Oh, even though you know they make it, it's so tense. That is such a good transition. Oh my god. Never really paid much attention to it for some reason, but it's so good. Hermione literally keeps the gang together.
Potato totalum.
They would have been found in a second without her.
What are you doing?
Protective enchantments. I don't fancy another
I
visit
love
before
that they
12
muffle her
PM,
voice
do
as soon as you do that. Like, we're outside of the protective barrier. It's just a cool little random thing they didn't need to do, but it's really cool. I'm actually really appreciating the filmmaking aspects of this one more than like Half-Blood Prince, for example. This is so scary and tense, this bit. They do such a good job with it. I would be so scared if I was Hermione. Oh my god. Again, using the muffling, it's amazing. You just have to hope that your spell worked, basically. This film does a really good job of really conveying the dread and hopelessness that they all must be feeling. You know what? You know how I said at the beginning that I wasn't too sure about this film? I'm gonna give it a lot of credit because what it's trying to do, it does incredibly well. But I am still a little bit bored. In the grand scheme of Harry Potter films, compared to how I feel watching others, I could do with this one being a quicker pace. This bit is so funny.
Oh my god.
What?
He's like,
I'll tell you in a minute.
yeah, just little things like that. I love it. I love that Ron uses the Deluminator as his way to like make a dramatic entrance.
Yeah. I'm still here.
Ron is such an ass from this point onwards. Totally get that it's on the necklace and the locket, but still, like, dude, get a grip.
No family.
That crosses the line. I don't blame Harry there at all.
Go then.
Adios. You're out. You're out the gang. I can't believe he expected her to go with him. Like, are you joking? Hermione isn't just gonna walk away from the cause. It's a big deal because once they've apparated from that place, Ron can't find them anymore. It's pretty intense. I just feel bummed out watching this film. People have mixed opinions about the sort of dance scene that's coming up. I'm anti it, so you ain't gonna see it in this commentary.
Harry, I think it's Christmas Eve.
It's so sad that it's like
Listen.
Christmas and they don't even know it. Also, that singing, you can't really hear it in the film, is beautiful. If you listen to the score, it's like so haunting and so pretty. Notice Peveril. So the Peverils and the Gaunts are related, right? And they're both descendants of Salazar Slytherin. But I can't remember why the Peverils are important. The Gaunts are who Voldemort is related to, but I can't remember where the Peverils really come into it. I wouldn't trust her if I were you, Harry. All of this is screaming red flag. That's a red flag. You know that's a red flag, Harry. Get out of there, girl. Crazy. Like, I knew she was probably gonna be sus when I first watched this, but I did not expect her to be Nagini at all. Like, what a twist. So I guess Matilda Bagshot's dead, huh? That's sad. So they probably... ignore me. I'm not making any sense. This is like the scariest fight of them all. I mean, I don't mind snakes, but Jesus, I would not want to fight a big ass angry one. It has got to the point in the film where I am starting to think like, yeah, everyone's completely right. We have had far too much camping activities in this film. Like, I really need something different to happen now. And I can't remember the specifics, but I'm not sure anything does for a little while. Try and Accio things, like, come on. You knew that wasn't gonna work. This scene gives me the absolute fear, honestly. I can't, like, being trapped under ice would be so scary. I don't understand why he took all his clothes off. It was an odd choice, my man. He was also stupid to go and get it by himself. Like, have Hermione, like, watch over you to make sure you're okay. I also, as a glasses wearer, never put any glasses on. We would never do that. This is such a good Horcrux because it's psychological fear, and I love it. This is not the first time I have been made uncomfortable in this movie. I am uncomfortable. I'd like to make that very clear. Get it, Mom. Get it. Have your Neville moment. Yes. Well, it's 2 down now. 5 to go. 4 if you exclude Harry.
Only 3 to go.
Oh. That's right. Dumbledore got the ring. Forgot about that. You see my hand moving, I'm distracted because I want to show you guys this little sticker thing I got today. It was just sitting here, so I thought I'd show you. Love it. Okay, sorry guys, my phone that I film on ran out of charge, so I've had to move around a little bit so that we're closer to a charging point so it can charge while we film. It's a whole thing. I've moved a little bit. I love the Lovegood house. I mean, I don't think anyone disagrees with this point, but set designers, prop people in these films do such a good job. Costume, all of it. She does such a good job reading this. It's just the most relaxing, peaceful story ever.
Collards, the 3 brothers simply
And the animation, of course, is
and
just
made a bridge.
so cool. Like, they could have done this a million different ways that just wouldn't have been as pretty or as interesting, but this is just fantastic.
Death. He pretended to congratulate
Dumbledore's death, right? It's all like a bit of an allegory. No, maybe I'm wrong. He becomes death, but I don't know if he's death here. Because the one who wants the Elder Wand is Voldemort.
So Death fashioned him one from an
The one who has the invisibility cloak is Harry.
The second brother
And the one
decided he wanted to
who has the resurrection stone is Snape. That's right. And Dumbledore is death.
But your tea's gone cold.
Oh, so the Peverils are the 3 brothers. Interesting. And it's pretty much assumed that Harry is related to the Peverils because he ends up with an invisibility cloak. And thus him and Voldemort are distantly related, I think.
Hello, beautiful.
Oh, dang. Talk about wrong place at the wrong time, right? Just so happen to be the same exact woods in the country as these guys. Snatch 'em, snatchers. With this as well, barely any music, just only the sounds of them running. It's really effective and really cool. Poor Malfoy getting pulled into all of this.
Everything will be forgiven. All will be as it was.
Because, I mean, he knows it's Harry. I think he knows straight away that it's Harry. He doesn't want to say anything.
Give me a wand. We'll see what
You can see he's like pleading with him, like, please don't say anything. It's very intense. It's like a small part of the Draco redemption arc that the film didn't quite provide.
What are we gonna do? We can't leave Hermione alone with her.
Have you seen that comparison picture of Helena Bonham Carter when she was a child and Emma Watson when she was a child? Because they are the same person. It's really creepy. Get him, Dobby. What a gem.
your masters!
They ain't your masters.
Master. Dobby is a free elf. And Dobby has
Tell
come
him.
to save Harry Potter and his friends.
You're about to die, boy. Why must I relive this pain? Yeah. And if they'd got anyone else, it might not have killed him, but he's so little. I actually genuinely really struggle with this scene. To me, this is the saddest death in the films. This is the one I struggle with the most. I think it's the only one I struggle with. All the rest I'm okay, but this one's a tough one. I'm not going to cry because I've seen it enough times now. I say as my voice breaks. I've seen it enough times now that I'm not going to cry, but it still like stabs me in the heart.
Help me!
well, that was fun. That was a fun scene. Really enjoyed that scene. Really felt like it made me feel a lot better about my day. It's crazy that apart from this really quick scene here where Voldemort takes the Elder Wand, spoiler alert, like that's basically the last scene is Dobby's funeral. It's quite a strong way to end the film. It was a choice, that's for sure. I do love this ending though. And I remember, you know, this moment where Voldemort, like, obviously leans over Dumbledore's body and takes the Elder Wand that we'll see in a minute if I include that little bit in. And then it went to black and the whole audience just went, ooh. That was like one of the coolest cinema experiences ever. This film came out how many years ago? And I still remember that. Everyone going, oh, just so excited for the last one. Iconic. Well, guys, that does it for Deathly Hallows Part 1. I have watched it. I've watched 7 films now on this channel. That's crazy. And we just have the 8th to go, Part 2. Very, very excited. I'm sure I'll have a lot to say about that one. But overall, now that I've watched this, because I haven't watched this one in quite a while leading up to this point, it's not one that I'm typically like, oh, I'll just throw on and watch. That's typically more like 1, 2, 3, and 5 is typically more one I'd throw on. But it was really good. I'd completely forgotten how good a film it is, like from a technical point of view. Not that I'm like a film expert or anything, but I thought a lot of the choices that were made were really good. I feel like the acting for the most part was quite strong. Yeah, really good. My only issue is really, I suppose, with the script, in that there's just not enough going on in the script, basically. Maybe if you'd included like the Gringotts scene, which starts quite early in the next film, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, definitely struggles with its pacing, and I struggled with the pacing as well. There were points when I knew I wasn't really going to be commenting on anything that was happening. I was like answering emails and stuff at the same time. It's a hard film to focus 100% of your attention on, at least if you're not watching it for the first time. But anyway, I would love to know what you think about Deathly Hallows Part 1. Do you enjoy it? Where does it rate amongst the other films? Do you enjoy it more or less than others? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.